Welcome back. So this is technically the first episode because the previous episode was more like testing and some other stuff. So if you want to play the game in 2025, let's kind of go over some basic rules. First of all, you don't just get a mission and get started. Also, I'm very stubborn and I want to play with skills that are actually meaningful for the future. So that means I have to take Wormhole, and in Pyromancy I really want to have the Magma Rain, but that will be a while. That will take a while longer to get. And you always have to make sure you get only willpower with the mage. 5 more points. Yeah, so that means I need a level 7 before I can use that. What else do I get in Arcanist over here? So I get more stats. Which is interesting anyway. The idea is that you don't just take a quest. Whenever you start playing the game, just take all of the quests from the people in the village. Don't do the contracts because they're very hard to do. Let's just focus on finding, let's say, cleavers or homemade swords, which should be easy if you just kill bandits. You can also ask people for rumors, and we found some rumors, more experience. Also look for the roadside tower, more experience. So I have the herbalist request. You also have at the mill a quest to find the key. The key is usually on the lower right over here or somewhere. Just press Alt and you'll see it. That viper is dead. What killed the viper? Also found some honey. I found a lot of stuff in the wilderness. Butcher. That will give us some meat and then some snake skin, which is kind of useful, so you can hunt for rabbits and stuff, but I wouldn't really worry too much about this in the beginning. Because killing animals with anything is kind of hard to do. Oh, now I get more flavor. You can also just find all of the herbs around the city, even around the herbalist, and sell the herbs to the herbalist. And that's how I got enough money to buy my crossbow and a stack of bolts. There's also not much to do during the dark, so I'm just roaming around a little bit. Try to also transform every plant you find into fodder. You can also harvest the lentil for more food. I don't think you can sell the... Yeah, I don't think you can sell these things. But you can just turn them into fodder as well. Which is kind of like the best way to get a lot of fodder so you can sell it later. This is also... Yeah. This is not intuitive at all. How would you know all of this stuff unless you have played the game before and you really need to be prepared? Now, you don't need to do all of this with every character, just the characters that you don't feel really comfortable with starting, or the ones that might give you some issues. You also just make hemp, if I remember correctly. You can make hemp rope, but I guess you don't have the recipe yet. Throw that away. And we're just trying to gather more things for this. Oh. UI also could be a little better. So shift, not control. That's a lot of fodder, so it says 80 over there, but it will be a lot less than 80. The main benefits is that you don't have to worry about inventory size, because usually you have enough for them. Can I make these mushrooms into fodder? No, because some of them will be poisonous. You also have to know what you can eat in certain places. This will just survive on rhubarb and some other things. I hope we'll arrive at the mill in the morning. Yeah, let's just wait. Oh, I think it's almost morning. Sadly, the developers haven't implemented a way to tell what time it is. So the blueberries... Yeah, I think I have enough. Let's just eat that. Take the pine cap. And let's see if the farmer is up. Or the miller is up. Let's just take this lentil over here. That will actually give you access to a small room with items. I don't remember how many items we got. The key was somewhere over here. We get the main quest from the miller around here, and the key for me was over here. But you just press Alt and you'll find it no matter where it is. Come on, why is that miller so lazy? He should have been up by now. You can also take all of the hay around the area and make it into fodder as well. That works. I'm also playing with 5x speed because I'm using the cheat engine or whatever it's called. Let me check because I keep forgetting. Since it's the only game I use it for a cheat engine, yeah. And I only use it to increase the game speed. We have the key. We'll also sell you the sacks of grain, but that's for later. The data is too... Can even eat the raw flour, but you need to cook with it. I found your key. So he just lets you keep the key anyway. Then you open over here and then look at what you have. Oh, we have a bedroll now? And herbal extracts. Oh, this is so generous. I guess we can eat some of this stuff. Which will also change... It will give us more immunity. By the way, I got bitten by a snake, so don't wonder too much, otherwise you'll be bitten by animals or other stuff. And the snake is not as bad as it used to be, but it's still pretty nasty. I think I'll just sell all of the honey and all of the other stuff we gathered in our adventures. We can leave the key over here. Wait, can you not sleep here? This was supposed to be a place where you can rest and save your game. So this is how you get a free spot to save your game. Totally useless in normal conditions, but the game is just getting harder and harder, so we need all of the help we can get. Or all of the little hints we can get. Please use the middle mouse button to... What? There are bandits here? This is new. There shouldn't be bandits on this road, but I guess they have... They have changed some stuff to the game. I guess since we already saved, we can take a few chances. We hit him, right? Well, thankfully he smartened up. That was a bit unexpected and terrifying. Well, I guess these are the swords we need for the quest. For the mushrooms, eat that. The snake fell there. Yeah, inventory management. Made sword. I think that should count, but I think that should count. Don't worry about the injuries, they will heal on their own, so we don't need to do anything. Well, we do need to be careful not to get attacked again. But there was no bandits on this road, so I guess this is one of the more recent changes as well. I guess there are fewer and fewer places where you are really safe. Also at the tower there's nothing to really loot, you just get experience for finding it. So let's see how much gold we can really get with this stuff. I finished your task. That was 150. Oh, that's nice. Doesn't seem like you get experience. Finished your tasks as well. It's also a nice boost. So yeah, the flea bug for me was somewhere around here in these places, but quite dangerous there. These ointments are going to be very useful for our next mission. I guess I should stick and hemp, smoking mix. I really want to take the rope. I think the rope is only useful for crafting, but it's not going to be giving us more money if we use it like that. No. This is the price of honey, or I guess 10 for the snake skin over here. This game might give us more than 10. Oh wow, a full 12. And 2 for the rope, that's amazing. Okay, it's not worth making rope with the hemp. We also need some brandy and some other stuff, but I don't think that would be feasible. So nobody really wants to buy the honey. Cute kitty. But why? I guess he will buy the honey, or maybe the wildlife tractor would have... Let's check these other merchants over here. Oh, these developers, they are really annoying sometimes. Why doesn't anyone buy the honey? It's like, just cannot refuse money right now. That's high-speed drinking over there. So, about that lentil soup. So, I just need a pot of water. That is very, very cute and pouring a storm. Okay, do I really need a lentil soup? Nope. Who wants to buy the fodder? Does anyone... Developers have made so many steps in preventing the player from getting extra money. It's actually kind of nice, or kind of impressive that the developers went through so many issues. Yeah, so he sells, but he doesn't buy. I guess we can store it for later then. My current hunger. Well, I'll not eat the cheese since it's too early. Actually, no, let's eat it right now because you get the satiety, so that's more or less the same thing. And then we'll eat the goat cheese. So I have 200 gold. What do I need now? I guess this is all the money you can get, but still it will help you a lot with extra healing items and some other stuff. Now what skill should I choose over here, because I can only pick from Arcanist, Pyromancy or Magic Mastery, but Magic Mastery is also not going to be good enough. The Seal of Power. Is this the one that you just activated? I guess the interesting part will be that you get arcane damage to your crossbow shots. I think I should just pick Arcanist now. It's really hard to make an Arcanist that is worth playing, right? They have so many interesting skills, but for later, like the Mana Crystal and the Tides. But only later. Yeah, this would be nice, some of this, especially the Schism, since this is the only thing that actually gives you some damage, but it's much later. Teleporting yourself or the enemy. I guess I'm just better off playing with Pyromancy for the beginning of the game for a little while, but... This has a big cooldown. Yeah, probably getting the fire barrage is the best way to get it started. Otherwise, I don't see a way where you can play with this and actually have a lot of fun and success. Because I want magic mastery, well, I guess I can get more fire. This is so annoying because I just want the magma rain over here. So choosing something from here will just give me one less point, plus the backfire chance will be huge for some of this stuff if I to spec. So basically one of the bigger changes they have done to the game is that if you... Hear this. If you choose spells from multiple schools, that means the school you'll choose might have a bigger backfire bonus. And now the backfire bonus will always deal some damage, and the damage dealt to you will also damage your gear. Which is kind of annoying and horrible. I guess we'll just have to rely on other methods to win fights. What's the range of the crossbow? 7. To be honest, I think that's good enough. I only came over here to get a crowbar since it's so useful to have a crowbar. And I might need some belts. Okay, I need some other stuff. This is my current dodge. But see, it's all about the small things that help you on your way, especially when you're trying out the new build. Those chances for that are going to be worth it. Also need the bolts that have the extra accuracy. I guess no luck. Oh, does this guy have a quiver? I don't think he has a quiver. Well, I am impressed. He does have a quiver. No, I'm so poor I cannot even afford. $75. Oh, that's so strong. Okay, I think this is how we'll do the first mission. A net would be nice as well to have. I think the target applies you to net. Okay, that's all of the money we had. Collect the water. What about the food situation? Yeah, it's annoying that you have to buy the pot, you have to buy the other stuff as well. Too much stuff to buy in the beginning. So we'll just take the mission, the first mission. Bandit then. I need more. You get less reputation, but... But I need more money in the beginning to kind of start playing. This will not be enough. Wait. Since we don't have enough money to save in the proper place, we'll just have to go over here and save in the mill. I guess it's still better than nothing. Barely. I'll look at the bright side. I just have a room to sleep a little bit and rest. Doesn't matter if it's day or night, because in there it will be dark anyway. I guess doing the quest during the night might be a little challenging. But since it's the first quest and it's close enough, we shouldn't have any issues. I cannot believe that the developers really forbade anyone from buying the fodder because it was a way to make money in the beginning of the game that allowed you to buy a better weapon or a better armor. Ah, well. Hey. Okay, we'll not need that. Okay, that was a lot of extra work just to kill the first two enemies. You have a bowl, a bucket, and a cart with some random stuff. I have to remember to press shift. Do I really need this junk? Nah, these things will not sell for anything after they're used up like that, okay. Let's go down to the dungeon, or first dungeon. We might fail, but that's okay, that's how the game is supposed to be played. We'll also use some of these stuff. Okay, we have a trap there. I don't remember if the dogs will step on the traps. That's a lot of dogs. Some of them did step on the trap. Also, don't remember this type of encounter, you'll just face 100 dogs. I guess it regained its courage. What? It ran away and then it decided to come back and fight me? But how? Yeah, that's not really supposed to happen. That's a very rare encounter if I remember correctly. Just fighting, it's annoying. Yeah, man. I could have won that easily if I just went outside, but I thought the dogs were pretty weak. I guess they're not that weak. Our character is so weak. I'm not used to playing a mage. And if I'm playing a mage, it's easy because you have a ranged spell, but not this time. Yeah, I don't know what the developers are thinking. It's so lackluster to play the Arcanist. Yeah. Even if you try your best, you might still fail a little bit. I guess it's outside of my range. Well, probably was more or less the same. Okay, I think we took a little more damage than last time. It's a bit cheesy and annoying to play this character in the beginning. But this will be a new layout because it only saves after you enter it. Same issue. I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to fight this many dogs. This is not a regular encounter. I guess that one is leaving. Sorry, dog. Okay, that was interesting and annoying. Oh, wow. I guess we don't really have a chance of leveling up again here. This is a cool looking place. I guess this is the place where they keep the dogs. Quite a hard encounter for the beginning. Oh, I'm almost afraid to pick up items because I'm playing Quasimorph a lot, and in that game you have to watch your weight, but not here. What, he hit me? Yeah, probably I shouldn't use that at close range like this. Let's see that before it spoils. That's probably bad as well. Oh, well, at least we have some free water over here. Oh, what? We only have 10 crossbow bolts left. I guess they're mostly bow users, not crossbows. Yeah, it's hard and annoying. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do over here. You have such a weird class where you... Last time I played the mage, I struggled a lot because I chose a skill that made the early game easier, but then I just couldn't get any other skills for a long time. So in a way I learned my lesson and I'm just waiting for the right moment. Don't remember having so many enemies. What was that archer hitting me so many times? Okay, so this is a prison bow that's basically useless. Come on, a slowly healing game. Also throw shields at the enemy for whatever reason. Let's look at that large club. I mean, it's when the enemies are using stuff like this, it's great for them, but when I'm using it, it's bad for me. How did they manage to injure me so much when they barely have enough damage to... Yeah, I don't understand this game anymore. Looks like it's hard for the sake of being hard. Usually they don't have this many enemies. Look, why do I have so many enemies around me? The problem is not killing all of them, it's just that there are way too many overall. And now you're just getting a lot of debuffs from morale. Not sure what to say about this. I think I'll just roam around the map for a longer period of time. Yeah, I guess I'm supposed to do this. So usually you just have to roam around the map for one level, but now I think I have to roam around the map until I make a second level over here. This is crazy. You don't have enough time to rest and heal your wounds because your other stats will drop very, very quickly. I don't think the early games should have been harder, but man, really. The torso never really healed, did it? And these guys with their broken weapons are dealing so much damage. Oh, we're starving. What do you mean starving already? Well, eat a leech, it will be fine. Yeah, I just need to roam around the place even longer than this. But this is crazy. This is one of the worst starts ever. Arcanist. Who designed this class? You have basically a mage class that cannot defend himself or itself for a long time. If you choose the pyromancy or other stuff, just look at how bad it can get. Or maybe I should have just went for Arcanist and Geomancy, but Geomancy is kind of a useless slot. It's a useless spell tree because you're never ever going to be using stuff like this ever again, only in the beginning. So I guess I'm just trying to min-max, but the min-maxing is almost impossible right now. Another very important skill that I really need is over here at survival, the not austerity. What is the one that increases the amount of food you need? Oh no, this one. I need austerity from here. So reducing the speed of gaining hunger and thirst is 20%, but you also get pain resistance, and you also get the other changes, plus the threshold is bigger, so you're actually going to not really deal with the starvation and the other buffs so much. Yeah, this is over. This is game over. Okay, let's give it another quick go, just in case I'm missing something, but there were way too many enemies in the first dungeon. I mean, maybe if everything goes according to the plan, you'll have a better chance. But I doubt it. We'll give it another go. Otherwise, like, what's even the point? I'll just have to roam the place even longer, basically uncovering more tiles and more secret places. Basically, I didn't hit him at all. Well, at least we hit him when it counted. Who's your friend? Talk about the useless skill. Yeah, I think we're just taking too much damage and I don't understand why. Maybe it's because we don't have any armor or anything. Okay, so we're not allowed to have injuries anymore. That's a 1,000,000% fact. Should probably replace this with a sword and a shield whenever I get the opportunity, but since every piece of gear you see is broken down, I doubt we can find something that works. All of those wild dogs in the same place, that's not normal. fire is also annoying because I cannot leave my area. How do these guys keep surviving so much of my damage? It's beyond me. Oh, he had a good attack. That explains a few things. Probably the strongest weapon you can find early game, but nothing is better than my staff in the beginning. So yeah, I have a little block, dagger and crit. Yeah, I think the enemies are just using their weapons as normal weapons, not really broken down weapons. I guess I can use the salve to stabilize that one. Also, I don't want to use the net because the boss is not here. Man, the pain and the other stuff just so annoying. Okay, you're coming with me. Fresh, lovely salad. I'll disarm all of that with a crowbar. Lovely, they still have a kitchen over here. Yeah, I guess this should be disarmed with the crowbar more than anything. Actually, a great way to get experience. What's this old room over here? For a moment I thought this was a secret room, but I was mistaken. Okay, I guess we can try and fight them one by one. Did he hit me with every turn? I think he did. Huh. When that works, it works perfectly. Yeah, I really wish the developers would just stop making the first part of the game harder for no reason and maybe balancing it properly. Maybe. You just don't have any resources to even heal in the beginning or have a little rest. So shoot, reload, shoot again, start. Reload again, shoot again, reload, shoot. I guess the pain is still a big problem. So I'll get minus pain. I mean, I never really drink this. Ooh, that's iron nugget. That's new. So the nugget is half of the price of iron ingot. We have to use that. Okay, we solved the food issue. This is where I'll die again. But this guy is burning, but apparently the fire doesn't do much to him. They have a huge fumble chance while they're on fire, so they shouldn't hit me ever again. Also, the will to fight, I think it's also pretty new. So we hit him again and he hit us back. Yeah, some mechanics don't make sense when they're used on enemy. Why does the enemy attack me? He should not hit me even once. Or maybe he did fumble the attack, but he still got some damage. Slowly, carefully. Wait, what are these guys? Goons. So yeah, he didn't attack because he was waiting for the fire to die out. Like I keep saying, this is actually great when it works as intended, but doesn't really work as intended too many times. I have to eat the bread. I guess I should have cooked the meat morsel. Scroll, okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and cook it. This is going to be enough? Nah, not really. This is also pretty big damage in. Take that back, it's a huge dungeon for whatever reason. I also wish the enemies will not notice the... Oh, we got heroism. That's great. Now this guy shouldn't be able to do anything. Oh, he has mighty swing already up. That's an issue, so 100% fresh enemy. Yeah, they just whittle you down until you have nothing left. Well, I guess I could have bought more medical items, but with what? I barely had enough items. Yeah, all of the interesting things were playing this character. And now I'm just not enjoying it anymore, because it's too much grind. Well, that does absolutely nothing to recover your pain, or make your pain go away. I think they should just go the Quasimorph balance, but you just find more stuff everywhere. But the downside to that would be that you have a harder time doing other stuff. Yeah, I'm barely finding anything in this entire place. We are dead, but I'll still try it. What? Why is this not injured? Why is this injury not healing? Yeah, there's no point. One small injury. Look at this. Why is this so... I don't ever remember having a first dungeon that had 4 enemies in close proximity like this, especially the one with the axe. I don't know how to do this. Why? Why is the game so weird? Okay, I'll just farm off camera another level and then I'll go back into the dungeon when we are one level above and then we'll try it. Even if I had the fire spells, I don't think they would help me much because I would still have the same issue of 3 or 4 enemies near me. Plus I would run out of... what? I just don't know. Well, see you next time. Bye bye.